Hello everyone, this is Globku from MagicalNoob.com and welcome to the achievement overview of Torchlight II. This game has 123 achievements and we're gonna look at all of them with the exception of playing with dolls because, well, no one has any idea where the ancient ragdoll is or even what it looks like, so if we eventually find out, we'll make a video about it and you'll have a nice annotation on your screen right now. If you don't have an annotation, we don't have a video yet. As for the other 122 achievements, here's how we're gonna split them, and now's your chance to skip the video to the achievements you're interested in by clicking on it. It's some kind of magic. At the top, we've got the main quest line achievements, aka the easy ones follow the golden star, followed by class achievements, difficulty achievements, and hardcore. Yes, there are hardcore achievements. Good luck with those, by the way. Moving on to the next page, we've got side quest achievements. Most of these are pretty obvious, with the exception of the last four, so you will have an extra annotation for that. And maybe another one for Ding Dong, if I'm feeling kind. Then we've got multiplayer achievements, achievements that you can only obtain by playing multiplayer. There's just 4 of them, don't worry. Achievements related to gold, achievements related to gems, the tough and grindy achievements, and the easy and natural achievements. Now, these last 2 categories, here's how it works. The achievements that I got naturally without worrying about them on my first playthrough, those are the easy and natural. All the others that require the extra work are going for the tough and grinding. That's how I categorize things. Don't judge me. Finally, on page 3, we've got the rest. The achievements I don't really know how to categorize, so they're just here. Click them at will if you want to skip to those. And without further ado, we're about to start this. By clearing the main quest line, you'll get these 16 achievements. It's easy to just follow the golden stars on the map. The last achievement is to defeat the Nether King, and that will get you another achievement depending on the class and difficulty you're playing. Once you defeat him with all 4 classes, you will also get the Classic achievement as a bonus. You don't need to clear the whole game on Elite difficulty to get the Elitist achievement. Just like it says, you only have to defeat the Nether King in that difficulty. So when you get to him, create a new game on LAN or internet so you can adjust the difficulty and then kill him. It works, I've done it myself. Although I haven't tested it myself, I'm guessing the same applies to the hardcore achievements, those lovely hardcore achievements. You get one right away as you create your hardcore character, 4 others depending on the difficulty you defeat the Nether King, and another one when you die. Hopefully, but you know, not likely in this order. Right after you kill the Nether King, you'll find Felicia in the mine head. Talking to her will make you go into New Game Plus, where you take your character and all its skills and start the game from the top. We'll now talk about side quest achievements. Most of these are obtained after killing certain bosses, just like the main quest achievements. Since the maps are randomly generated, the exact location of the dungeons or quests might not be accurate, but you get an idea of where to find them. Starting on Act 1, on Path of the Honored Death, you will find a quest called the Scroll of Anum Irak. I hope I said that right. That will take you to the Fallen Guardian, who once killed gives you an achievement. Later, on the temple steps, you'll find the Fisherman's Lantern. Once activated, it spawns a ghost fisherman. This ghost will open a portal leading the way to the One-Eyed Willy. Kill the ghost pirate and get dead things. Still on the temple steps, you'll find this shady character. He won't give you a quest until you've activated the crypt and defeated a couple of skeleton waves, but it's pretty obvious, it's right next to the guy, you'll probably do it by accident before even noticing the shady character. Anyway, his quest leads to Mordox, who will give you the achievement From the Pit. On the Crow's Pass, you'll get a quest called Little Lost Ones, which will lead you to the Winter Widow for the Arachnothanatology achievement. Later, but still on Act 1, on Frosted Hills, you'll find a quest called Taking Notes, and the quest itself doesn't require you to kill the boss, but you will bump into him on the dungeon, and to get this achievement, you have to kill the boss, not simply complete the quest. Moving on to Act 2, on Salt Barrens, you'll find an NPC that will give you a quest to retrieve 3 masks. After you complete that, he opens this dungeon for you. The Salt Barrens are huge, and I've seen this guy spawn in 2 different places, so I can't really give you an exact location. Explore until you find them. Once you do, everything else should be pretty simple. You complete his first quest, you go into the dungeon, you kill him, BAM! Achievement. On Act 3 you get a quest right at the Imperial Camp, the city where you start Act 3. This will lead you to Boletus Rex. This achievement was bugged for a while, but now it's fixed. So simply kill the boss and get it. At the Blight Bogs you'll find a pretty girl who gives you a quest called the Wrath Ring. You complete this quest on a ghost inside the dungeon, will give you another quest that ends with you killing the Wraith Lord. This will give you the Pin to the Mist achievement. That was my achievement voice. Pin to the... Chances are you'll find Virax's tower when you go through the Rivenskull Gorge. But you will only be able to enter it when you get a quest called Heartfire from Cam in the Sundered Battlefield. He will lead you to the dragon, and the dragon you shall slay. Ding Dong is a bit more complex. First you need to find a bell in the Blight Bogs and place it on the bell stand. Both locations are random. This will spawn Kecklespit, who will give you a quest with lovely rewards. After completing a quest later in the Sundered Battlefield, you'll see two altars that once activated will spawn a ghost carriage and Fade. Fade will give you another quest. After you complete that one, he will give you passage to Kecklespit's realm, where you'll finally be able to kill him for giving you shitty quest rewards. Oh, and also for the achievement. The band played on doesn't require you to kill anything. Quite on the contrary, you are required to build a robot. For that you'll need to find 5 robot parts. The first one can be found on Windows Veil, Act 1, where you got the Arachnathanology achievement. If you light all the braziers in the dungeon, a secret passage will open, and you'll find a robotic drum. The second part will be on Act 2. You'll need to find the Tower of the Moon on the ocean wastes. Usually it's where you see it on the map right now. Once inside you have to hit the 4 gongs with your weapon. I heard that wands don't work, so take that into consideration. After that, a secret room with a robotic arm will open for you. The third robot part can be found in the Salt Baron, still Act 2. As far as I know, this dungeon's location is fixed. I've never seen it anywhere else. There will be a guy giving you a quest here as well, and that quest will lead you to the room with the third robot part. To get it, head far south until you can't walk anymore and start destroying some eggs. Mommy will get angry and will attack you. After you defeat it, there's a secret room for you to explore, and at the end you'll find robotic pipes. On Act 3, the main quest will take you to the abandoned sawmill. You'll find multiple skeletons pinned to trees or walls. If you free them all, then guess what? A secret room is unlocked. Inside, you'll get the robotic body. On Kecklespit's realm, there will be some trunks. If you destroy them all, you'll get a secret passage to take you to the robotic head. The hardest part about this piece is getting to Kecklespit's realm, which I already explained how to do in this video. Though if you haven't watched it, you can go back to the Ding Dong achievement, because that's where I explained it. After you get all the 5 parts, you'll need to complete the power source on the main quest line, which ends right after you kill the War Titan. You'll be able to talk to Professor Stoker and build the robot, which should get you the achievement. It was bugged for a while, but now it's working properly. The robot you just built will give you another quest that will lead you to the 3 sisters. At first you'll fight them individually, but the achievements will only start popping once you fight them all 3 at once. 1 achievement per sister. Online achievements. To start a multiplayer game, you will either join an existing game or you will create your own. Either one of these options will get you a different achievement. Request a trade with a player, trade an item with him, and you get another one. This is actually quite good if you're playing with multiple guys and you get some loot for the other guys. Well, if you're playing multiplayer, you will eventually trade something with someone. And then we got the Friendly Socializer and Butterfly achievements. These require you to add friends. To add a friend, you just right-click the player's portrait and select the option to add him. He doesn't have to accept, he doesn't get to refuse, he doesn't have a say on it. If you want to be his friend, you're gonna be his friend, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just like real life. Onward to gold-related achievements. Obviously, when you talk about gold, the first achievement you're gonna see, it's gonna be the 1%, because that just sounds quite ridiculous. It will take a lot of time because there isn't any auction house in Torchlight 2. The only way to make money is to kill enemies, open chests, sell items and stuff like that. I would recommend you play on casual if you're going for this achievement, because on Torchlight 2 you spend money mainly on respawning and buying potions. So if you're playing on casual, you're not gonna spend any money on those things. And like I said, selling items will help you get money, but to get Trash Magnate, you need to sell 50,000 items. That is a lot. At the end of my first playthrough, I had sold 1,500. Okay, so 50,000. Jesus, that's gonna take you a long time. And if you're going to the 1% achievement, I would recommend you not do the following ones, because you really have to have the money on your inventory. For Gambling Fiend, you need to purchase 100 items from the Gambler. The gambler first shows his face on Act 2 after you finish some side quests. Purchasing 100 items will be quite expensive, but nothing that 10 million gold won't cover. Same goes for Performance Enhancer. Use an enchanter 500 times. 500 is quite a lot, and each time you enchant an item, the price raises. So what I would recommend you do for this is have many different items and enchant them one at a time. Don't do multiple enchantings on the same item because that will be more expensive. Finally, after you beat the game for the first time, you'll get a map room where you can buy maps. Maps are kind of like random dungeons generated just for your pleasure of playing Torchlight 2. You can find this after you beat the game through the robot thing that opens you a portal, or on New Game Plus, on any waypoint, you can teleport directly there. Each map costs gold, and this is why I wouldn't recommend you buy any maps until you've got the 1%. That is, if you're going for the 1%. If not, just buy whatever maps you want. While you're playing Torchlight 2, please bear in mind there are 3 achievements that are related to gems. And while you don't have them, you might as well keep all the gems that you get, because they will help you towards these achievements. Bling Bearer is to socket 500 gems into items. So just the fact that you are putting the gem in a socket is contributing to an achievement. And after you socket that gem, why not save it by talking to the gem saver guy? Gem hoarding requires you to recover 100 gems from items. That means you will need a lot of items with sockets. But those are really common, those are everywhere. My recommendation goes to keep your gems. They are more rare than the items with sockets. And you will need them for Icebreaker, because then you will start destroying socketed gems, and that's where you're gonna need them. 100 gems can take quite a while to get, but if you are going for this achievement from the start of the game, it shouldn't be a big problem. After you're done with both Icebreaker and gem hoarding, just keep socketing items until you get the Bling Bearer. Now, let's talk about easy achievements that should come naturally to you. All of these achievements that I'm going to talk about right now, I got them after my first playthrough, and I never really worried about them. I just got them really naturally. Let's start with Give Tycoon. Explode 10,000 enemies. You probably won't notice until you read this achievement, but most of your enemies explode when they die. 10,000 enemies through all the Torchlight 2 story? Really not that much. You're gonna be killing a lot of guys. You should also get Globetrotter. 10,000 steps. Now, I am an explorer. I tend to explore every map extensively. I search everything, and maybe that's why I got this achievement naturally. But if you want to go for this achievement, you can just walk in circles. You'll be taking steps. 10,000 of them? Well, maybe that will take a while, but probably not that much. Treasure Hunter, Plunderer, and Chestnut. These 3 achievements are liars. They say open chests, but really, what they mean is open anything. Pagodas, skulls, rocks, anything that you click to open and not click to shoot, because those are breakables. But if you click to open, they count as chests. So 500 of them, really not a big deal. Especially if you're an explorer like me, you won't have any problems with this. And finally, these ones, you should not have any problem with these. Learn 4 spells and teach your pet 4 spells. You know, by the end of the first playthrough, I had like 15 spells on my inventory. So 4 to you, 4 to your pet is really not that much. If you are struggling with this though, you can always go to the vendors. The vendors occasionally have spells for you. So if you're struggling, you can always buy some spells. But really, it's not a problem. You should get the drops naturally. Now let's talk about tougher and grindy achievements. Critter Crusher, Squish 1000 critters. Looking at the statistics from Steam, not many people have this achievement, so I take it it's hard. I was actually lucky enough to find a phase beast on the ocean wastes, and it took me to this Phase Beast challenge. And in this Phase Beast challenge, if you kill the medium slimes, they split into many small ones. So you just have to run around and keep killing the medium slimes, and you will get this achievement. It will take you like 10 minutes of farming, because there are really a lot of those. Finding critters outside of this zone, yeah, I can see why that is hard. There are not many critters around, and when they are quite small, and you might miss them, so you might miss your chance to squish them. But anyway, I found the Phase Beast twice, so it's not that rare. It's a good place to farm, but it's not a safe bet because it's randomly generated. It's not always there. The safe way to go would be step on all critters that you see. You just simply walk over them and they will be squished. 1000 will take you a while if you don't find the Phase Beast challenge, but that is really the best way to go. or you just keep re-rolling the world on the ocean wastes until you find the phase beast. It's totally up to you. 5,000 potions. This will be easier if you play on the hardest difficulties, because using potions will be quite natural to you. Of course, this will cost you money, so if you're going for the 1% achievement, don't buy potions. But if you're going for the 1% achievement, you're not gonna play on veteran or elite, because that will drain your money. The 5,000 potions can be of any kind, so I would obviously recommend you purchase the cheapest ones and just use them as you play. Unless you're going for a harder difficulty, in that case buy potions that are adequate to your level, otherwise you're gonna die. At the end of my first playthrough, I had used 1,500 potions, just to give you a small glimpse of how much it would take. I played on veteran difficulty. Getting Champ Overlord is a matter of playing the game over and over. Champions are the bosses that have a purple health bar, and at the end of my first playthrough I had killed 200 champions. So it will take you 2 to 3 full playthroughs to get this achievement. As I said before, I am an explorer, I kill everything, I explore everything. So 200 at the end of the first playthrough means I explore the hell out of the world. Bull in a China shop will take a very long time. At the end of my first playthrough, I had 1,000 breakables. 1,000! The achievement requires 10,000 breakables. So that's 10 times I have to play this game while exploring every single map, exploring everything, breaking everything. Oof, this one will take a long time. For hypercritical, I would recommend you roll a character that benefits from dexterity, such as the Outlander, because dexterity gives you more critical strikes. More critical strikes means you get this achievement faster. I played as an Outlander on veteran difficulty. I had 20,000 crits at the end of my first playthrough, so that would still take me 5 full playthroughs to get this achievement. But on New Game Plus you keep your stats, and your dexterity is already pretty high, and it will only increase from there. So the crit chance is already higher to begin with, so maybe it won't take as many playthroughs as 5, maybe it will take a bit less than there. Fishing achievements are farmable, but for me they're quite annoying because I really don't like fishing in any game. I don't get why game developers keep putting fishing as a game mechanic, but whatever. Fish 1,000 times. You can do this in the city, you don't even have to leave the city. You have to fish successfully though, you can't just click the pond and break the line every time. You have to actually fish something. The skill achievements are something that comes naturally as you level up, so just keep working towards that level 100, because level 100 also gives you an achievement. And while you're at it, you're gonna get the skill master, I'm pretty sure of that, as long as you keep investing on a certain skill. Finally, the secret rooms. You will need to be quite discerning to get this one. Secret rooms are secret for a reason. They are hidden. I found them to be more common on the dungeon maps. I don't know if it's because secret rooms only exist in dungeons and not on the outside world, or if I was just paying closer attention to secret rooms. What you're watching right now is an example of what a secret room looks like. Usually you push a button, or you break a vase, or you do something to an object that exists within that dungeon, and it opens a secret room. So my recommendation is explore, break everything, push every button you see. Eventually you will find these rooms, especially if you're buying maps and playing those maps at the end. We have now reached the last category of this achievement overview, which is a category that I don't know how to categorize. I just don't know which drawer to put these achievements on. So let's go. Fetch a fair price. This one is so easy, I didn't even want to include it on the easy and natural achievements, because it's really easy. Give your pet something, click the button to send him to town, you get an achievement right away. If you have played through Torchlight II and not sent your pet to town to send or buy items once, all hope is lost for you. Just give up. Having a blast. Fish using dynamite. You can buy dynamite from any general goods vendor, but you cannot use dynamite inside the city. So as soon as you get to a general goods vendor, buy the dynamite, and when you see a fishing pond outside the city, you will get an extra button to blow up the fishing pond. Now this will end all your attempts on that fishing pond. So I would recommend you just use it on your last attempt, but it's really up to you. If you don't feel like fishing, just blow up the hole. It will give you multiple items. Well dressed is a mix of luck and farming. My recommendation would be every time you get a set of armor, keep it on your stash, because you might eventually get the other pieces. Also check in with your blacksmith. Sometimes he has those items you need to complete the set. Now the sets are related to the level you're playing on. Which means if you have a low level set, the rest of the pieces won't drop at high level. That doesn't mean you should give up on it. That means you should put the low level set on the shared stash, because other characters you play with might get the rest of the pieces. And then they can send it to whatever character they want. Which means you can go on multiplayer and ask for friends who have already completed this achievement. If they still have the set, they can trade it to you, and then you can give it back. That is actually the best way to get this achievement. Get some friends. If any one of them gets a full set, you can all get the achievement. Now, Spectacular Find, it's purely a luck achievement. Finding a legendary item is gonna be quite hard. It can drop anywhere, so just good luck with that. Keep playing until you get it. That's my advice. I don't have anything else for this. It's a luck achievement. That's just it. For Overpower, do 10,000 damage with a single attack. If you've been watching this video closely, you will notice that I got this when I defeated Virex. Here's my theory on what happened. Virex had many minions, and when you kill the boss, all the minions also explode. Since there were a lot of minions, I'm guessing all their cumulative health together made more than 10,000. So when I killed the boss, I actually killed all the minions with the same attack. I'm not sure if this is a bug or not. If this is a bug and they correct it, then my advice is go with a character that benefits from strength, because strength will naturally do more damage. Unless you're playing with a magical character, in that case go for focus. And eventually you will reach the point where you can do 10,000 damage, but you will need a ridiculous amount of strength or focus. I mean, level 100 won't even be close to 10,000 damage with a single attack. So if this isn't a bug and you can actually kill a boss and death of its minions count toward your achievement, that's great, go for it, because otherwise it will take you a long time. There are other bosses like Virex that have minions that die when he's killed. That just happens to be the one where I got my achievement. Finally, our 3 last achievements cannot be obtained at the moment because there aren't any mods yet, but when they are, you simply play a game using 10 mods to get all of these 3 achievements. Now, I don't know how installing mods will work on this game, or what mods are good, what mods aren't, because there aren't any yet. But once there are, I am guessing that it will be pretty easy to install the mods, because Torchlight II is designed in a way that invites the community to modify their game. And Steam Workshop has always been known for being easy to use. So once mods are available, this shouldn't be any problem. Alright guys, that concludes our achievement overview. If you have any problems with any of the achievements described, please leave a comment and we will try to help you as best as we can. If you found this video to be useful, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I have been Globku from Magical Louvre. Thank you for watching. Take care, everyone.